Hi guys, down here, just a quick video to show you how to wire your central locking on the boot on a Peugeot 206cc. This particular model is mine. It's a 2006 1.6 version. That's my 2-litre version there, which is a parts car. So when I bought this car initially, central locking worked. Okay, got the key. Okay, from here, unlock, lock. But what I found is central locking won't unlock the boot. It will lock the boot but not unlock it. After doing some research on the internet, what I found was it's not a fault. It's designed that way by Peugeot not to unlock the boot for some reason. I'm not sure why, but there you go. Unless anybody knows, puts it in the comments. So I wanted my little Peugeot to unlock and lock with a central locking rather than having to use the key all the time, because it was very tedious. So what I found was a solution on the internet, but I can't see an actual YouTube video, so here you go. That's why I made this. So basically, this is the lock here. Okay, reverse of it is here. You've got a solenoid here which moves that rod backwards and forwards and locks and unlocks the boot. You've got 2 wires going to this solenoid. On a normal vehicle, what it does is sends a pulse down one wire and then a pulse down the other wire, and it reverses it for locking and unlocking the boot. It just reverses the polarity, which moves this motor inside backwards and forwards. This doesn't do that. It just says positive wire down, positive feed down this wire here. This one's just the earth. So what I found was, this is the other end of that wire. Cut the wire. That used to join into there. This is just a temporary wire I've put on, just to see if it works. So I've cut the original earth, joined this extra wire to that, and I've run this all the way to the front of the car. Just as a temporary fix. Here we go. There we go. And it goes into this. This is the wire here. This is the green and yellow from that wire. Now, Peugeot have a BSI here, which is basically a fuse board. There is a 16-pin connector in this board, which goes there. It's at an angle to the others. Okay, so that's the connector we need, which is this. This goes in that position, okay, and locks into there. I need pin 15, okay. Turn it over. Right, now this goes, there's 16 pins here. Pin number 1 is the top there. Pin number 8 at the top. Pin 9 is at the bottom. Pin 16 is there. So it's 1 to 8 across the top, 9 to 16 across the bottom. So on the reverse, pin 16 is the last one, which on mine is actually blank. All right. 15 is this one, which is next to 16. Okay. On this version of the 206, which is a 2006 model, this wire is white. I understand on earlier models this wire can be purple. All right, as long as you've got pin 15, doesn't really matter what color the wire is. All right, I've then joined my wire to pin 15 just as a temporary fix to see if it works. Okay, so what should happen is when I plug this back into the BSI, as I activate lock and unlock on my central locking, it should put a feed down this wire to unlock, okay, which is going to go down this wire back to the tailgate. To get this connector out of this board, it's locked in by this piece of red plastic here, and it slides in and out. All you need to do to get it off is, in that position, is push this out, and as you're pushing this out, this will lift off. So it's just like a lock, okay, which locks this into there. To put it back into the board, you put it in reverse. You push it down, you push this in, and it will lock it into that connector. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. So I'm pushing it on the connector there. Make sure the red is out. You've got to make sure that the red piece is all the way out so it won't engage. Which I am not doing. There, it's made a little click. Push it down. You can see that. Slide that back in. It actually pulls it into it. Okay. That's how it is before you touch it. Okay. A little screwdriver in the end there. Pop that up. Lift it out. So I've now joined the wire there to pin 15. It comes all the way down here to the rear. And now we'll test it. Okay, this is my non-Peugeot Timu central locking fob. So lock, unlock, yep, rear, lock, unlock. It opens. It closes. It opens. Closes. Lock. Unlock. There you go, guys. I just thought that might be a bit of help to you. Like I said, there is information on the forums, Peugeot.co.uk forums for this, but I couldn't see a YouTube video, so there you go. This is the YouTube video which actually shows it being done. All you need to do now is I'm just gonna tape this up so it doesn't touch anything. I'm gonna now do a proper terminal here, or solder, run the cable out the way, down here, make sure it's not snagging on anything as it's going on through the vehicle. It's going to come out down at the bottom, down there. I'm going to run the wire then under this sill trim panel here, up, behind. I'm going to make a proper connection into there. And I'm going to put it all back together, and jobs are good. There you go. Thank you for watching.